Hello everybody, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Because today we're going to be I created a game. This is a pretty cool game because I made it. It's so cool. And I'm going to show you how to play. I got this idea inspired from Wilbursoot and Slime School in Minecraft in what's his name's newest video. Tommy and his newest video. It's pretty cool. Check it out if you want. So today I'm going to teach you how to play a game that I invented called Chest Wars. It's pretty cool, it's really confusing, and it's epic. If you've played the game Yu-Gi-Oh, it might be related to that. Just kidding. Yeah, okay. So anyway, this is how you play. First, you have to have a survival world, right? Spawn in randomly. It's going to be on peaceful mode, and you'll have 10 minutes to gather the following materials. You have to grab any of these items. You have to have 6 dirt. Well, and you have to play with 2 people. So each person has to have 3 dirt. Okay? So I have like 7 in this case, but that's fine. So 3 dirt each person and have to have one of these foods. They have to have one of these blocks, and they have to have a chest and some ladders. You can like make it in creative, grab the standard stuff, but the only items you can't grab from creative are these things, and these things. And I'll tell you why in a second. So this is how you play. So you have one chest, and after 10 minutes of gathering, you want to have one of these. You want to have like a few of these, a few of these, a few of one of them. So I'll show you how you play. So this is your playing field, and it's split down the middle. So each person has 4 by 3 area. I'd calculate 12 spaces on each side for each of you to use. And you want to grab some of these things. And so this is how you play. So there's life points, and each of these dirt blocks are your life points. You have 5 life points per each dirt block, which is pretty reasonable. So that's like 15, 30, 45 life points. Everybody gets 45 life points. And so let's say one person has gotten some oak planks. So these are in order of levels. So this is level 2, oak logs are level 1, cobblestone is level 3. So these protect your level. These protect your life points, and I'll show you how in a minute. So each life point, so each of these has a hit damage thing. So this is the lowest level. It protects you from 2 damage, and I'll show you how they get damaged. And the wood is 4 damage, the planks, and the cobblestone is 5 damage. So that's that. And so they protect your life points. And the next is your attack, which is your food. And they get these 6 spaces in each. Okay? So this is the lowest level, which is rotten flesh. Level 2 is cooked pork chop, and level 3 is steak. So they each do damage. So they each do a certain amount of damage. So the rotten flesh does 1 damage. The pork chops do 2 damage, and the steak does 3 damage. So let's say this guy has wood, and this guy has cobblestone. So let's say I place down 1 stake here. Now that can't be moved anymore. It stays in that place. So now I can attack anything in this row, like right here, over on this side. So let's say I can't attack his life points until I destroy his defense. Once his defense is destroyed, then his life points are open. And you can always put your defense back down after it's destroyed, but you have to wait for your turn. So let's say this guy puts a stake down on his first turn, because this is the normal setup. You put your defense, and then you put your life points. So you put down the stake, and this stake, it does 3 damage because it is there. And then, so the wood does 4 damage, right? So 3 damage, you mark down that this has gone down to one hit point. So once this hits again, unless you attack his thing, or yeah, and when this hits again, this will die. And then that life point will be like will be vulnerable. So let's say this guy has got rotten flesh, but he's got 3 rotten flesh. That's what's called superpower. So if you have 3 rotten flesh like this, you got a superpower. And since rotten flesh only does 1, right? So it is now tripled. So you can either have each of these do 1, or you can combine them by going like this, and you can have 3 rotten flesh directly attack the life points, but only if you keep it like this, right? So this is just 1, 1, 1, but when I go like this, right, it's 3. So that would directly attack his life points with 3 damage hits. If I did it with like this, right? You can only stack 3, by the way. So this is 2 damage hits. So that would do 6, and that would destroy one of his dirts, which is not good. So the only way to prevent the triple damage hits like this is if you have one stronger. So let's say this guy is triple damaging this block right here. And also when you put it, you can't move it. So you got to be wary of that. So he attacks right here, right? The only way that you can keep him from doing that attack directly to your life points is if you have a food stronger. So it would be one of these two. So let's say he does this. You have to have 3, not just like this right here, right? You have to have a food defense, which will be for these. And it could be either of these two to protect it from the rotten flesh. Right? But you might be wondering, what if he has 3 stakes, right? What if he has 3 stakes here? Well, then you can't do anything, right? And you're like, how do I attack that? There's nothing higher than a stake. Well, if you get the superpower move, right? So let's say you have your 3 rotten flesh. That's where this iron ore comes in. This is a big moment right here. So if you have an iron ore, you can't smelt it. It has to be a standard iron ore, just one. If you sacrifice one of your wood blocks like this, and you put down your iron ore, your rotten flesh, or whatever you have, will turn up from doing 3 damage combined to double that. So it'll be doing 6 damage combined, which is really good. So if you have the iron ore, it does 6 damage combined, and it'll be able to, it's stronger now than these 3 stake that's protecting, because stake 1 only does 3 damage. So now this has 6 damage, and it's now more powerful than the 3 stake, and it can destroy your dirt. It can go to your dirt, which is pretty good. You can't put that on your stake here. So next, what is next? Right. So those are the standard things. So now you might be wondering, what is this diamond for? Well, I will tell you what this diamond is for. It's very, very good. If you manage to get a diamond in 10 minutes, which I highly doubt, you can, it's like that special shiny Charizard that everybody wants. So let's say this guy is having triple attacking this guy, and this guy's got his 1 stake and his 3 things here, and he's like all like kitted out. If he sacrifices these 3 stakes, right? He sacrifices these 3 stakes. into his end menu, which is this entire row. This is your end menu when your cards die. And he replaces it with the singular diamond. Everything gets boosted. So these stake that does 3 damage, they now do 10 damage, or 6 damage. These cobblestone, instead of doing 5 protection hits, they now do 10 protection hits. And these dirt, they now have 10 extra life points. And that's what the diamond does. Also, any defense in this row that's protecting is no longer affected. You can move it to like here, but everything that was like right here, like here, is now like gone, which decreases your amount. So now let's say this guy is trying to attack. So this does 10 damage. Then this does, what does the triple do? So the 3 times 2, 6 damage. So he knocks out the cobblestone. Let's say the diamond wasn't there. Let's say it's just like this. And he's protecting this one. So it knocks out the cobblestone. The cobblestone is now gone. Now it's this guy's turn, right? So his only does 1, and this does 3, and this can handle 4. So this is now at 1 life. And then it's this guy's turn. Then now there's nothing stopping his way except this stake, obviously, which is triple blocking. So he can't attack using that. So then he attacks using this, which is only 2. So this still has 3. And this guy attacks this, and then this guy attacks this. This is gone now. So now this guy can't do anything with his, so he decides to back up his thing like this. Right? So now this guy can't attack this, but he can still attack this. And then the game keeps on going on, and let's say at the final moment you pull out your diamond, and this guy is like, oh crap. So you get the game. I don't have any friends to play with, but you can play with your friends. Shout out to Tommy in it and Wilbursoot and the other guys, big boys, who didn't let me, who gave me inspiration to make this game. I think it'll be a really fun game for people to try. And I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you enjoyed this game. I had to run all my creative juices to make this video. So hope you enjoy. If you haven't already subscribed, which you probably have, look down below. Make sure. Yeah, that's basically it. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. It's your boy. Oh, this gets fixed on too. See me walking down the street, I fall into a hole.